Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. You can tell by the way we dressed, it's gotten cool today. Welcome to December, right? You see behind me, we got a big pile of white oak. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 bundles of it. We got to go through this. So hang on, we'll be right back. We'll talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Okay guys, welcome back. What we got behind us is some quarter sawn white oak that Matthew and I sawed 1st of May. Been here a while. Been here since May the 6th, and the logs were here before then. But we quarter sawed it all and dried it, and now we're going to go back through it and we're going to make tongue groove hardwood flooring and S4S. And of course my phone's ringing, so give me just a minute, we'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, we're back. Had a good neighbor call. He thought Leroy and Vader were off roaming where they wasn't supposed to be, so we run up there to, I figured it was them because they have been known to wander off. Went up there, it wasn't them. They have a set of twins that live up about a mile up the road, a Springer and a Black Lab. And but luckily Leroy and Vader, they were running around the yard when we got back. So thanks, good neighbor. If you're watching, I know you are. We appreciate it. Call me anytime. So let's talk about our white oak. All this was quarter sawed, and if you've ever quarter sawn, you know you're cutting a quarter of the log, and that quarter is shaped like a triangle. So when you saw it, your boards are either getting wider or they're getting narrower. So we've ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of wood that are anywhere from 3.5 inch board to 8.5 inch board. Now Matthew and I have the job of running all this through our edger and picking probably 4 sizes: 7.5, 6.5, 5.5 to be hardwood flooring. Anything under 5.5 is probably going to end up being a 4 or a 3.5 inch board, just S4S for trim such as that. So that's our goal. I'm sorry for the time lapse because it's going to take a while for us to run through all these. Our EG100, we did put a brand new set of saw blades on there, set of 40-tooth Irwin blades we bought at Lowe's, so we're going to give them a workout. But once we get all this run and segregated into those different sizes, then we'll take it over here to the Molder Planer building tomorrow, and we'll run it once to get it to a standard thickness, and then we'll run it a second time to make tongue and groove or S4S. Anything else on that we're missing? Other than the fact the wind's blowing and it's cold, people.
Yeah.
Woo. It was 58 degrees this morning. It's raining.
It's now in the 30s.
It's in the 30s now and the wind's blowing. It's cold. So I'm going to get our gloves on, get everything fired up, and we're going to run through these. If we see a reason to stop and talk, we'll do it. If not, it's probably a quick time lapse and we'll get to the fun part tomorrow. Okay guys, it's time to quit. Sun's going down. We got 3 of the big bundles done, and we got 2 more, a 9-footer, a 10-footer, and an 8-foot stack to go through. But it goes without saying, if you're going to have to buy a molder planer, whether you buy a Weining or a wood Mizer, whatever, you're going to have some kind of straight line edger. You cannot run this wood in the shape it was in and expect to get anything out of it. It's too much. It was beautiful wood, it just didn't dry good. Some of it's warped and crooked, but we went through, we got 4 different sizes. We got 7.5, 6.5, 5.5, 4s, and then a stack of what was less than 4. So, come on phone. We ended up with 141 foot of the 6.5, 157 foot of the 7.5, 150 square feet of the 5.5, 213 square foot of the 4s, and then some that's less than 4. Now, why is that important? The customer's got a number he's trying to reach, and I need to talk to him again before we run those. And his customer didn't want anything less than 5 inches wide on a finished face. Well, if we don't hit that number, those 4s that we run can make plenty of good 3.5 inch wide quarter sawn flooring. So we won't run those S4S until I run everything else and we see what we are as far as square footage, and then we'll let the customer make a last minute decision on whether he wants to run those S4S or just go ahead and run them tongue and groove and work them in. So, sorry, there's not a whole lot of talking there. There's not a whole lot of need to talk. It's just running. It takes time behind the machine to make it go away, and that's what we did. We spent this afternoon just running them, trying to get them done. So we put a brand new set of saw blades in, and they done excellent. Time we get done with this, we might need another brand new set of saw blades, because there's a lot of board footage here, a lot of square footage. So that's going to do it for today. We're going to go in, I'm going to haul this firewood, warm up, and come back in the morning. It'll be colder. I got to sort through the rest of these and then edge them, and then we can get over there in the other building and warm up a little bit. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Hang on, we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the next day for me. You can see behind me, we got these 2 bundles and a little short bundle on top we got to go through. Very important part of the process, especially when you're doing quarter saw. Now, if you're sawing just 8.5 inch boards and they turn out good and straight, you don't have to do this. But like we talked about yesterday, these were quarter sawn, so it's completely random widths, anywhere from a 3.5 to, I think I seen maybe 8 inch, 9 inch board. But we can't run them that way. We need a consistent width. So we went through and got over half of them edged. Now this morning, my goal is to go through this stack and go ahead and separate it into stacks that we're going to run at the individual widths, so that when we start running, we can just run them right on through. So not a whole lot. Not a whole lot to show you there, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, it don't make good video, but it's work's got to be done. It goes without saying, if you're going to have a molder planer, you need an edger of some sort, because even good boards, you know, if you get one that's bowed, your only option is to cut it in half, cut the bow out of it, or straight line edge it, straighten it up, and run it as a little more narrow board, and sometimes that's acceptable. So, enough talking. It's cold. I need to get to work, get the blood flowing. So, put you on time lapse. I'm sorry, just so I can get through this quick as I can. So, appreciate you watching, and let's get to work. guys, I got most of that separated. I got 4, 5.5, 6.5 on this side, and I got the shorter ones over there. I'm gonna quit separating for the moment because pretty much the rest of that stack is gonna make 6.5 inch boards, so there's no sense moving it twice. I'm gonna just go ahead and start running them. Yeah, it's gonna take a while by myself this morning. Y'all remember Mordecai? He had a doctor's appointment this morning. I think he had to get a shot, so he's probably gonna come back mad, but we've all had them, so the way life goes. Let's get to it. Okay guys, I'm back, not done by any means, but it's time for a coffee break. We got all the 6.5 runs, all the 7.5 runs, and we got the rest of it over here separated. So we're gonna start here. Sorry about that, GoPro turned off. So right here we got a couple rows of 5.5s, the big pile of 4.5s, and then we got the 6 foot stuff that we had on top. So we're getting close. You ever wondered why quarter sawn costs so much? Now you know. It takes a lot of effort to saw it. It's slow sawing, and you waste an extra 15 to 30% of wood when you saw it that way. No real difference in drying. And then the biggest thing is the random widths. So we're going through, I don't know how many boards, I'm afraid to count, a bunch of them. And we're straight line edging them into 7.5, 6.5, 5.5, 4, and then anything under 4. So it's a lot of extra effort on our part to run them and get them straight. But that's the work you got to put into a quarter sawn white oak floor. So that being said, probably got another good solid hour's worth of work to do, but right now I need some coffee. So I'm gonna take a break and I'll be back in a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. Finally got all this engine done. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. It took forever. Had a couple cousins come by, had a customer come by, and Matthew and Caitlin come back from the doctor. Mordecai's sleeping. But we got all our boards edged. We got 7.5, 6.5, 5.5. These are good straight 4s, and the little pile on the front was anything that wouldn't make a straight 4. So probably gonna end the video here because it's got a little longer. It took longer than I expected. There's a lot of boards there. So we'll pick it up on the next one where we're gonna take them over to the molder planer room and we're gonna run them twice. We'll run them, they're at 5/4-ish. Some of them a little thicker, some of them a little thinner. We'll run them all at like 0.950 and square the sides just a little bit. And then we'll come back and run them all again at 3/4 inch tongue and groove, and we'll use our back cutter because it's actually going to be flooring. So I think that's it. Ain't a whole lot to this. It's just hard work running it. Like I said before, if you're going to own a molder planer, whether it's a Weining, a Lennox, wood Mizer, whatever, you're going to need some kind of straight line edger because not all boards unfortunately dry straight. And this is how you got to fix them. You got to straighten them up before you can run them. Either that or you go to work your machine too hard and you lose a lot of material. But I appreciate you watching. That's going to do it for today. If you would, somebody's trying to wake up. Been asleep since he shot, according to Mama. But if you get a chance, check out Solomon's channel, Third Beard Fishing. We appreciate him and Matthew doing all our videos. That's going to do it for today, guys. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.